another easy selling production. It's your girl Lou Cruz, and this is Cruise Control with Keezy Dre. What's up, Keezy Dre? How you doing?
Man, what's good? I'm in that bitch chilling. Another episode. Grateful to be here.
Another day, another dollar.
Tell them who we got in the building, man. We got a superstar in the building.
What it do, y'all? It's your boy Jordan from the 386. Daytona Beach, Florida, always repping. You know how I go.
For sure. We've got Jordan Sears in the building, ladies and gentlemen. He's Ohio Valley Conference's top 10 in scoring, field goals, something else too, All-American, all-team, first team, all of those things.
Yeah, when I looked on the, when I'm doing a little research, he was top 10 in every category.
Yeah,
and, you know, whatever it was, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I looked at your ESPN profile, and so I noticed that every year you average more points. You just continue to get better. And that's something that I like about your game. I got to watch you like live during the playoffs, I guess they were. I can't remember who you were playing, but I remember the commentator was just like, yeah, Jordan Sears and his backcourt, they're like the best two in the conference in scoring. And okay, so my first question is, when you are going to the bucket, what is going through your head? Because naturally, I would say you're a smaller guard, but you're fearless, and then your touch around the rim is impeccable. I think I watched a video, and it said getting to the bucket, you're like 40, 50, 46% or something like that. You're gonna score. You score at will. What are you thinking? What are you thinking when you're taking it?
For the most part, just making the right play. Once I go through all my reads and see that it's just me in the rim, that's all it is. It's just me in the rim. I picture nobody's right there, whether it's a big, but no matter whether it's 6'10", 7 foot. It's just me in the room, making sure I finish at all times. But being a smaller guard, you know, you got to make sure that you finish, and because naturally all eyes are on you when you drive into the paint. So just honestly, that's really what it is. Just making sure I finish the bucket so we can save that possession and, you know, go down, get another stop, come back and do the same thing again. So those add up at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so let's go back a little bit, because we're all from Daytona Beach. And so we know that I think you played basketball at Campbell.
Yeah.
And so Campbell Middle School, and you played for Coach Howard.
I did.
And so then Coach Howard ended up moving to Atlantic, and so you followed him to Atlantic.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
I actually played with Coach Howard for AAU for a little bit. I want to say that was maybe 4th grade. He kind of recruited all of us to come in there and hoop. So we played, I think it was like a Orman AAU team. And from then on, it was Campbell and then Atlantic, of course. But, yeah, Coach Howard pretty much been my coach for the most part throughout my but my hooping career up until I transferred. So it's just
even as a 4th grader, this man had a handle on the ball. As a 4th grader,
I had to, man. Just playing against y'all and playing against people that's older than me, I had to find a way, because either way it was going back to driving to the basket. I had to find different advantages for myself to be able to play with those guys. Like, I was always short, so
at a young age, you was thinking that, like...
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't trying to go down there and get blocked, and then, especially being around Daytona, everybody know each other, so it's like, I ain't trying to go in there and get dogged. I'm going out there to try to kill and show y'all what I can do.
Right.
So
just having that dog mentality.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And so then from Atlantic, you transferred to Mainland. Buck Pride never dies. And so, and you played for Joe Giddens.
Yeah.
And talk a little bit about that, playing for Joe Giddens versus Coach Howard.
Um, they're obviously two great coaches, but playing with Coach Howard it was more system and run the system, but also do your thing within the system. So just being with Coach Howard for so long, I felt like before the transition over to Manly, it was like I felt like I learned everything I could from Coach Howard as far as coach to player aspect. So just me and my family kind of just talked about it and felt like it was just a change of scenery for me. Would help me, under a different coach, under a new set of eyes would be beneficial for me. So when I moved and played with Coach Joe, it was totally different because he's more 5 out and kind of do your thing, show everybody what you work on type of coach. So it's more, I wouldn't say freelance, but it's more.
It forces you to, get
have to be a basketball player.
Yeah.
So
that's two different lessons that you learn from two good coaches in the area. Like one person, every coach got their own system, different ways they coach. Not saying one way bad. I mean, they both could benefit a player in a different way. So, that was a great decision on your behalf, you feel like, because it showed you another aspect of your game that you could go to.
Right. And even transition to college basketball, you got those same type of coaches, whereas one is system or is freelance and show everybody what you can do within and what you work on. So it helped me a lot. Like even when I went on to Gardner Webb, that was more system. That was more playing under Coach Howard in a sense. Even though it's a different coach, different name, but kind of the same aspect. And then transferring to UT Martin, Coach Ritter was like Coach Joe.
Right.
It was more so, of course I'm in the gym every day, I'm doing my thing, but okay, go out there, be a basketball player, think on your own, and lead us in the way that you know how to lead us, pretty much being a player's coach.
So what system you prefer for yourself?
Me, it's more 5 out, everybody hoop. Of course, you're still a system, but just finding your own way, finding your own, like, be who you are as a basketball player.
Right.
You ain't got to look over your shoulder at the mistakes, get back on defense.
Yeah.
But you're allowed to make mistakes, but you're also allowed to be who you are as a hooper. And,
right.
Some people have identity crisis when they get to college as a basketball player because they don't know who they are yet, what they can do, and what type of potential they have. So doing that, it helps you figure it out. Like, you find out who you want to be, who you are, and what you can build on. So that's the best part for me.
You from Mainland, you went to Gardner Webb, and that's in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And so, how was that? Moving from Daytona Beach, going to Gardner Webb. Also, what made you go there, pick them? Just talk a little bit about that experience, that transition from high school to college.
Well, for the most part, just the scenery was totally different. It's not what I'm used to at all, especially just being in the city. To go into a more, I wouldn't say rural, but it's more like farm animals and just land everywhere. Like, it's not really, there's one traffic light. It's literally one traffic light for at least 10, 15 miles. So
Wow.
that was even crazier for me. But just being there, it was a big adjustment. It's not really much to do. Like, the closest city is Charlotte. That's like an hour away. So I don't know too many people who are going to be driving an hour away every chance they get. That's money and gas. So for me, it was just either get in the gym or don't do nothing at all. So, but as far as me, picking that school, I felt like at that time it was the right school for me, just because it was more so like a community school. So it kind of felt like home, just from everybody knowing each other, stuff like that. They brought me in to be who I was as a player at the time. So that's what stuck out to me. And just in hearing that, I felt like that's where I needed to be, and that's why I chose Gardner Webb, just to be there. So, I can potentially make something of myself. And then, as far as like schooling, they have one of the best sports management programs in the country. So, me being who I wanted to be outside of basketball, that also helped me as well in my decision.
Okay, great. And so, after Gardner Webb, then you went to UT Martin, and that's Tennessee. Is that like a big difference as far as the location, how kind of you were in the middle of like farming and a lot of land? It's in Tennessee where was that still like the same, or did you get to be more like in the city life?
It wasn't much of a difference. It's pretty much low key, kind of still the same, but you had a lot more, I would say, buildings, again, a lot more traffic lights, stuff like that. But you still see like farm animals and stuff like that. Like they
So
big
it was
on
all country sound. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, it's really all country. Like they big on rodeo stuff like that. Like you think down here, like you be like, let's go to a rodeo. Everybody look at you crazy, but like they take it serious down there. Like even different sports, like they got an equestrian team. Like
what is that? What is
like
that? What is an equestrian?
Bro, equestrian is like you literally on horses and like you doing different stuff like that. Like we got a rodeo team. You literally on the bulls, you catching stuff like all types of junk. It's crazy.
Hawkeye and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you think it'll be different? So what difference you think is going to be like being there and then going to somewhere like Louisiana?
Yeah.
It's a lot. Okay. It's still kind of the same aspect, but it's a lot more city oriented, if that makes sense. So, again, just, it's a lot more people my color too. But they still kind of on the countryside, but it's not more so like rodeo. It's more so like you got horses, but it's like, I don't know how to put it. It's more so not as much farm and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's limited to like just horses, stuff like that.
Yeah,
but it's the city.
But it's
still
there
the
like
city.
swamps there?
It's swamps there. I
Yeah.
mean, we got swamps in Florida too, but it's like most of that stuff from where I'll be, I won't see that type of stuff.
Oh, okay.
But what like the campus is in the city?
Yeah, so it's like maybe 15, 25 minutes from New Orleans, and just Baton Rouge in general is like it's more city, it's more traffic, it's more stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's another adjustment back to city life and getting acclimated to that type of style of living. So, I mean, which is what I miss. Which is what helped in my decision going there. So, just to change the scenery is big for me.
Yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit more about like, so we talked about how you got your journey, and but I know you like to talk basketball. It sounds like you like to talk basketball, and I like to talk basketball. So I want to talk basketball.
I got you.
And I want to know like what type of work you put in, like because every year you done got better and better and better. So I want to know like, do you look at something different in your game and say I want to attack that? Like, what is your workout like?
Okay, so just starting off, my mindset is always I can give more than what I've been doing. So if you look at from freshman year to now, of course you see the build on, but I still like even from this past year, I still feel like I had a lot more to give than what I did. You know what I'm saying? Like my percentages jump, my points jump, everything jump, but I still feel like I have no regrets, of course, but I still feel like I left something out there. So I go into every summer or off season with that mindset, like don't leave nothing out, maximize on everything I can. So just from my workouts in general, I just start off like once the season ends, I won't touch a ball for about 2 or 3 weeks, and I just straight running, conditioning, work on my body, get stronger, stuff like that, because I'm already short, so I got to be able to hold my own. And then after that point, I'm, of course, still doing my workouts and stuff like that, but I'm in the gym 3 or 4 times a day, and I'm watching film from freshman year to now, I'm still watching freshman year film and see, okay, what was I doing then that I might not be doing now that could help me. You know what I'm saying? So even then, I'm watching from this year, like, okay, prime example. My junior year when I first got to UT Martin, I was great in pick and rolls. I can get down here, I can score whenever I want to at the basket. But you know me, I've been a shooter my whole life. I shot the ball like 35, 36%, which from me, I got to be at least 40. So I worked on that the whole summer, like ball screens, my ball screen reads passing and then shooting the 3-ball. So coming into this season, which is crazy, I shot the ball at like 45% from the 3, which with my attempts, I was at like 5 attempts a game. So I'm shooting it at a high clip. Like every time I let it go, it's going in for the most part.
Right.
But my percentages dropped from my field goal just because of the volume that I was shooting at. Like when they take away the 3, even I'm shooting like long twos. I'm shooting, tough pull-ups. I'm still getting to the rim.
Yeah.
So, but the ball is in my hand a lot more, which is why my percentages drop. So now I got to focus on how to maintain both of those areas. One, that's gonna help my draft stock, and then 2, it's just gonna show my ability to play at all 3 levels at a high clip. You know what I'm saying? So I go in with that mindset, like I gotta work on. I wouldn't say work on everything because it's always something that you're gonna miss. You can't work on everything. Everything is not gonna, translate. But you pick specific things that you want to work on, and you just build on that, and once you feel like you maximize what you can do at that level, you find something else and you build on that. So that's just my mindset on every workout. Like this for the past, like I was in Orlando this week when I left Daytona. Like Daytona was straight, playing in runs and getting a feel for everything in the full time, like full speed. So now I slowed it down in my workouts. I've been working on like, my angles getting to the basket. You see my gain enough to like I always find contact in the air. So now I make contact on the floor before I get up there. It'll help me in a better angle to where I can finish. You know what I'm saying?
So do you find a specific coach that work on aspects like that, or you just got one like specific trainer?
I just have one specific trainer. Like most trainers that train at a high level, they watch your film and they'll have something like they have your shot charts, all that stuff down before you even get to them. So like, say you book with somebody, they'll do their research and know they're gonna ask you what you want to work on, but they also know what they want to work on with you as well. So like, I've been working out with this dude named Dustin, and he work out with like RJ Barrett, Jalen Brunson, all them. So pretty much like, I wouldn't say small guards as far as RJ Barrett, but like he knows small guard basketball. Yeah. So he know pivots, he know bumps, he know different angles, like Kyrie angles, like stuff like that. So that's what we've been working on. So he been watching my film, like, and he'll tell me straight up, like, okay, you got to get better at this because you can do it, but you didn't necessarily show it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So in doing that, it's just like, it's big time for me to see a difference in where I was at when I first got back home to where I am now, and then continue to build on that as I go up to Louisiana.
Speaking of going to Louisiana, I saw that you had an offer from Bama. What? Shouts out to the University of Alabama.
I'm surprised she didn't work a whole Bama but get me this bitch.
Shouts out.
Now that I think about it, I see where my Florida hat.
Alabama. I didn't know Jordan was gonna have on his LSU blue. I should have known.
Come on, but, I'm surprised. What? Gotta bring up Bama, man.
What was the fans want to know? Why LSU and not Bama?
Okay, so I'm gonna just let you on the whole process.
Okay.
So when I first got into the portal, I couldn't tell you how many people was calling my phone. It was a lot, it wasn't overwhelming. It was more so like I feel like I should have been through this process already. Like as far as high major schools, because I feel like I've shown enough from year one to year three. Like I'm where I'm supposed to be at. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But as far as Alabama, we were in constant talks. You know, they were still in the NCAA tournament at the time.
Yeah.
So I was only talking to them every now and then. But it was a school where I seen their system and I seen how they operate with, you know, Mark Sears and then me. That was just my cousin, by the way.
Yeah, I heard y'all first cousins.
Yeah, we the same, pretty much the same player, but their system is they play fast, they shoot threes, and they play at a high level. That's an NBA style. So that's where I see myself, you know, going in the first place. Like, I had my mindset, like, okay, I might just go to Alabama because that's the best I'm going to get out for my future as far as long term. But then the next thing was I didn't know whether Mark Sears was leaving or not, or was he coming back. Because for me, just me being, not even like being selfish, but like I got to think about myself at this point, because now everything's a business, and now I'm on a higher level to where it's like I got to get to where I'm going. Of course, I'm on the team, but for me personally, I'm trying to get to, you know, accomplishing my goals. So what's going to help me get there? And I think I had a top 6. So it's like South Carolina, Arizona State, LSU, Alabama, and I think West Virginia. So, you know, West Virginia got canceled out because we just wasn't communicating enough. Arizona State was, you know, I was talking to them constantly. They was calling my phone, like, so they was already in that top percent, like, okay, schools I'm considering going to. So then you got South Carolina. I was also considering going there. I was going to take a visit, but we wasn't talking enough, and I ain't have a relationship with the head coach. Like, I talk to the assistant coach all the time, but it's different coming from the head coach and the assistant coach. Yeah. Because the head coach is who you actually got to play under. He the one that's going to put me in the game.
Yeah.
So I had to cancel that out. So it left Alabama, LSU. And I'm looking like, okay, what is Mark Sears going to do? But I've been on the LSU visit already. So I'm waiting on Alabama, and push on the shove, like, we still not in as much communication as I am with LSU. So I'm talking to LSU almost every day. I'm talking to the head coach. On the visit, they got what I was saying about the trainers, they got my chart down, where they can see me improving at. They, you know, got me coming in, starting right away. I can get in good NIL, stuff like that. And then, for the most part, they got, like, trying to set up my business and what I want to do already as soon as I get there. So, like, they checking off all these boxes, and I still got Alabama, who I'm not talking to like that. I don't know if Mark Sears leaving or coming back. So I'm waiting for them, and LSU waiting for me. So it's like they got people trying to come on visits, trying to commit, stuff like that, but they telling them, okay, we waiting to see what this point guard gonna do.
So the coaches is saying that?
No, I'm already knowing. Like, I'm just knowing
Yeah.
from, you know, what they saying to me. Like, they saying, oh, yeah, we got people coming on visits, but we trying to see what Jordan Shears going to do.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, they checking off all these boxes, and I got another school where I'm waiting to see what they point guard going to do, and then am I going, like, when I'm trying to go on this visit. So I'm like, you know what, let's just go ahead and pull the plug, and let's go with LSU, because, again, they checking off all these boxes. They got a plan. They got a future for me, and they see me being a big-time player, like, again, coming from the head coach, like, everything, all this coming from the head coach mouth. So it's like, why wouldn't I, you know, embark on that, take this opportunity where they see me as, you know, this high-value guard. So that was pretty much my decision-making, my process at the time.
Yeah, I can respect that. Bama, we dropped the ball on that. I know we were focused.
Y'all got a pretty talented
I know we were focused, but we dropped the ball on that. The recruiting process could have been way better to land Jordan Sears.
Even with, actually, I know you like Florida, so even with Florida, like, we was talking for a little bit, and then it was just like radio silence. Like, we'll talk, and after that, pretty much, like, after you seen about the post and all that, how they was talking to me, I ain't hear from them for at least, like, probably a month. And then I seen they had people leaving and then people coming in at the same
Because
time.
you were
So-
really trying to come turn up for Florida.
Yeah,
but
go home.
What you said, Chris?
You know, go home. Be
Yeah,
everybody be at the games.
it's
Yeah.
Florida.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was,
Like,
so it was
everybody
just like-
loves Florida.
It was just crazy on the whole process, but I feel like this is where I need to be, and this is where I'm gonna be able to maximize my potential and be, be great, be where I want everybody to see me, but where I see myself.
How excited are you to play for LSU? Like,
Man, I'm excited, man. I'm just, again, that's the SEC, that's the big stage. If you really think about it, everything go through the SEC, and then of course we just had, was that Oklahoma and Texas just come to the league too. So every game is gonna be a comp game, which is what you want to see as a player, and then the atmosphere in general is like
and those are two teams who's been pretty good in basketball.
Facts.
Oklahoma and Texas.
facts.
Like ranked.
So
Trey
it's
Young out of Oklahoma,
Yep,
KD out of Texas.
yep.
Come on, man. It is the big stage.
So
And shoot,
that's
I
where
feel your energy that you're ready for it.
I'm just ready to prove to everybody I am who I say I am.
And I believe that too. Cause like looking at your numbers at, Gardner Webb and then to UTM, you would shoot like last year you dropped like 330 balls. Like in college basketball,
Yeah,
like people ain't, and then you was shooting efficient too, like 13 for 16, like so, and it was consistent.
yeah. Man, that's just a product of work for real. Like I go out there, I have no doubts in my mind that I'm gonna do what I'm able to do because I work for it every day.
Yeah.
Like, can't nobody say Jordan don't be in the gym. If you actually in my home where they call me before I even go get on the game or something, like where you was at, oh, Jordan was in the gym. Like I'm a gym rat, I stay in the gym because, you feel me, those the unseen hours, what you get out, what you put in is what you gonna get out of it 100%. So even, you know me, like, even when I wasn't hanging out a lot when we was younger, like, I was where y'all see me at. If I wasn't hooping, I was at the crib. You feel me? So that's just a product of work, though.
So, are there any games or matchups that you're specifically looking forward to, like playing your cousin?
Alabama, Florida, of course. I'm looking forward to Mississippi State, just cause some of my homeboys go there, and then of course Texas and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Some of my homeboys go there too. So just pretty much all key matchups. Like I'm just looking forward to the whole season. Like I'm ready to play everybody. Honestly, like that's just me though. I'm very competitive, so I feel like I got something to prove. I got a chip on my shoulder versus anybody who step in front of me.
Just that dog mentality.
And speaking of dog mentality, a lot of people have like their whys and their reason for going so hard for, whether it's on the court, off the court, as far as the hours that we don't see that you are putting towards the game. Do you have like a why?
Yeah, my family. Like, just growing up, I seen a lot. I've been through a lot. So just want to, make a better situation for my family. And, we ain't got to worry about when your next meal going to be or, the lights turning off, stuff like that. So now I want to move them somewhere and move them out and where they living great, where they want to be, wherever that is. But, my brother looked after me for so long, so I'll be able to look out for him, his family, his baby girl, my little niece, my little sister. So just my family in general, but also for myself, like doing what I set out to do all these years and all the work I put in, I owe it to myself to make it where I want to go. So if not doing it for nobody, at least doing it for myself.
So I got a question. Did you have to do Atlantic like that?
Man, it's crazy though. Everybody still talk about that game, bro.
That
what's
shit
crazy.
was big.
Everybody still talk about it to this day. Everybody still.
And
talk
you out there just hooping like, nigga, it's a big game. You gonna show your ass like that?
I don't even remember what the stats was for real, but like, I always prided myself on rising to the occasion.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I wasn't gonna talk about this, but like, so prior to me leaving Atlantic, it was like some rumors and stuff going on. But you know how rumors get, like, stuff like that. So they was saying like, you know, me and Coach Howard, we cool now though. We talked it out. But they was saying like, no, he was saying this and that, like a lot of he say, she say. But me being young, immature, like, I was like, all right, you feel me? So I kind of took that to heart. And I was like, I'ma show you who I really am. And they brought what's your boy, Harvey over, and Davon Robinson. They was saying like Howard's pretty much telling me, yeah, like, you might as well come over here because you know y'all not finna play, y'all go over there. But me, I'm a team player. Like, I ain't never tried nobody, you feel me? Like, I be chilling. So I kind of took that to heart. Was like, all right, if I see y'all, it's up. Like, I'm gonna show you exactly who you been coaching.
So you had a
these
real
past
chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, bro. You can ask Jalen, ask Shelt. I never forget this. But practice the night before we played them, Shelt was like, no, this was like the whole week actually. It really started off with they ain't want us to practice at Riddle. Like, they ain't let us practice over there at all. Like, we had one practice over there, that was it. I think they was practicing there the whole time. They was like, oh, we the home team, like, we get to practice over there, stuff like that.
And
so I'm like, bro,
that?
y'all really being petty, yeah.
Oh, so they was on it too, like,
yeah, they was like, all right. So that's where it really started building the matchup. So like, from that point on, everybody's like, all right, we trying to blow these out. But as far as me, Shelt came up to be, he was like, bro, it should be straight tunnel vision for you, like, the whole week. Like, and I kind of took that and, like, really ran with it. I'm looking like, damn, you right. So I ain't talked the whole week. Like, I probably said 2 words. And I'm talking about, bro, I'm just, like, I'm in practice. I'm going 130% on every shot, on everything. Like, I couldn't even dunk for her. I couldn't even dunk for her. I'm trying to dunk.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm talking about, I'm everything. So we get to the game, and I'm still quiet. Like, if you really look at that game, I ain't really talk for real. Like, I wasn't really popping my jump until probably like second, third quarter. And I was just like, bro, I'm here. Like, this is what I made for. This is my gym. I built this. So,
showed
like,
your ass like one.
And then, like, I had my brother, my brother instigator, so he be talking.
And
I got
he ain't
him
gonna
in my
stop.
ear. I got Quan over there. And then just seeing, like, even then, just using extra motivation, like, I got all these people, like, people I'm cool with, like, that know me for, like, know I'm going to step up to the occasion. Like, oh, yeah, man, I got y'all losing. They got Harvey over there. They got this person. I'm like, damn, y'all really, like, don't think we going to win this game at all.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's all good, bro. Everybody just make sure y'all in them seats when it's time to be in them seats. But then we still, like, Harvey, all us beings, the one we all still talk about that to this day. Like,
Yeah,
you ain't never gonna see another high school game like that around here for a minute.
Man, you sleep. I was in one. Well, all right. No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
I was finna say,
what's that, bro?
packing the riddle, boy. I don't know who did that.
Nah, Riddle, but Creek version of Atlanta used to be like that when I was in.
I was playing in them too. I was a year behind y'all, but I'm a year behind y'all. I played in that, but it wasn't packing like. You gotta think about it, bro. We packed Riddle out. Riddle ain't even pack Riddle out. Think about that.
Man, Coach Joe, you should have played me, man. I would. Yes, dog. I'm bringing my whole family to.
So he had the whole family.
I'm bringing my whole family to the gym.
Hey. Put
Coach Joe, like, yeah, bro, you gonna play this game?
Yeah, it's over with.
So I'm telling them what game to
Who
come
was y'all?
to.
Jimmy was y'all point guard, wasn't it?
I wasn't playing over.
Jimmy was hooping though, bro. You can't.
Jimmy
went
during
that
Seabreeze.
time.
Jimmy went to Seabreeze.
He transferred.
They gonna play RP my dog Jesse.
Jesse was starting.
Yes.
R.I.P. Jesse.
Nah, you sure?
Man,
Or was it Hayden?
my senior year, it was Jesse Hayden, Nico, Raekwon, and Keyshawn. I'm 6 man.
Will.
I'm supposed to be 6 man.
This man funny, bro. This man.
Like for real, bro.
One of the fans just said, Dre, stick to football.
That was Coach Joe mindset, but you should have told the nigga.
Man, look, y'all.
I'm riding the bench, bro. I'm riding the bench.
I do remember a couple games you got in. You was popping it though.
Man.
Your shot was just. You played good defense though. You was not think about it. Like you did play defense.
Okay, just like you got a rhythm you got to get in. You feel me? Like damn, let a nigga get in his rhythm.
Man, look. Nah,
In practice, I swear to God, I'm doing them niggas.
You talking about? So you was a practice warrior, bro.
Playing straight street ball.
Practice.
You was a practice warrior. It'd be like that though. That's just life.
So I'm like, damn, come on.
Nah, I feel you though, bro. I
But
feel you.
and then you talking about he the flashy coach. Nigga, I'm the flashy it was at the time. I was playing like, yo.
You were flashy though. I give you that.
They said
You weren't trying to hoop for
they
real.
said
You
they
ain't
wanted
want
you.
it. You ain't want it bad enough, bro.
Man, I'm gonna go to the G League tryout.
I heard you can play in Mexico, the Mexican league, and then work your way up.
They paying though.
Yeah,
If you
like
think about it.
$500.
Man, I done lost it, man.
Oh, you don't got it no more?
Nah. I'm a coach.
Yeah, me too.
Who you coaching?
Whoever needs to be coached.
Man, look,
Life coach, business coach,
therapy.
every coach. Whoever
Life
needs to be
coach is
coached.
Life coach is crazy.
Life coach.
Credit coach. Come on now. Taxes. Whoever need to be coached. I got
I need some of them coaches.
I was finna say.
I need better credit.
you. Don't sleep on you, girl. So would this be your last year in college? You ready to go to the draft?
Yeah, this actually my last year eligibility in general, so I ain't got no choice but to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Really, ain't. I got that in the back of my mind as well. So it's either go crazy or don't.
Mm-hmm. So do you have like specific goals that you want to achieve this season, like points or assists or triple
I don't really
doubles?
I try not to focus on that type of stuff. I feel like, what God got for me, He gonna have for me. So at the end of the day, I just want to win.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna put in my work. I'm gonna try to help build my teammates, to the level they want to get to as part of me being a leader. But I don't really have any specific goals. Like I would like to, average the same amount that I did this year or even more. But, if it's a different plan for me, if I need to average 10 with 8 assists and 5 rebounds, them still league numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to do what I got to do to win at the end of the day. So I'm not, priding myself on any specific goals or, not necessarily saying that if I don't make these type of goals, I'm going to miss, where I need to get to. So.
Okay. And then, if you could pick any team to draft you, is there a team in the NBA that you would just love to play for? Like, it's always been a dream type of thing?
I'm a big Chicago Bulls fan. It's because of MJ and Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is my favorite player, but, just pretty much anybody who really want to see me be successful under their organization. Pretty much any team where I go where I'm needed and where I'm wanted. I feel like some people get drafted into the wrong situations, and it just make it harder on them for their career. So, it's all about finding your stars aligned and finding the right people, finding the right development people for you to where you can, be those superstars. Like, ain't nobody really care about Jalen Brunson on the Mavs, but he found the right situation with the Knicks.
Yeah.
So it's, SGA got drafted into the right situation with OKC.
Mm-hmm.
He developed, and now everybody's seeing that work. So I feel like, that'll be me. The stars just got to align for me like they are doing now, and, just finding the right situation.
Okay, makes sense. And then, so you are a sports management major?
Yeah.
And so that would be, like, outside of your basketball career, that would be, like, being an agent?
Yeah, being an agent.
Okay.
So, like I said, with, LSU, part of my decision-making, they started my business up. Part of my NIL money, I take that and then I help start my business, and they gonna take me through the process of everything, helping me hire my clients, and pretty much I'll be, of course, overseeing everything. But like, they'll help me get people to help run that business, and I'll be the overseer and have my hands in different stuff like that. And then also,
nice.
I'm gonna do some real estate stuff as well. So they're gonna help me start that business up and get my license. So it's a whole bunch that play into it.
Okay, that's great. LSU is offering you a lot. I like that. And so, have you already graduated, or
Yeah,
you're working on like your graduate degree now?
I graduated from UT Martin this past, I want to say that was like May 4th, May 4th or the 6th, one of those. So I graduated from there. I got my bachelor's. Now I'm going to work on trying to get my master's. I'm still trying to figure out, what I want to, get my master's for, but I've been kind of doing that, studying and stuff like that. But I'm working on getting my master's and proceed from there.
Okay, maybe you can get your MBA since you have that business mindset.
Yeah, I was actually been talking to the academic coordinator, and she was kind of saying the same thing. So I'm gonna see what that's like for me.
Okay, awesome.
You gonna be going to any football games?
Yeah, of course I'm gonna go out there.
Which one you gonna go
I
to?
still got love football.
Oh yeah, I heard you used to be raw in football.
I did a little song.
I heard that through the grapevine.
Play with my boy. Yeah, I used to do a little song though. I played football with Malin. I played with Mello and Teron and them. So
What you was at safety?
slide.
I remember some football of you.
I just always had good hands though, and I was always fast.
And
So
quick.
couldn't nobody really tackle me because of my feet. I'm like Ocho. I'm like Ocho. My feet, bro. Like I wasn't the strongest. I wasn't the fastest, but I'm quick.
And you just
in
knew
my
you was
feet.
just playing bullshitting with football, huh?
Right. And I had football offers. That's what's crazy.
From who?
Bro, I had Central Michigan. I had USL. I had Coastal Carolina.
Those good schools too.
Nice.
Like I just basketball always been my love. I chose basketball, but if I took
So you
football
knew.
really serious like I did when we was younger,
Mm-hmm.
like I could have really did something on the football field. I just ain't. Football was like when I got to a certain age, football was like I'm gonna do it just cause I can do it.
Right.
But also then like when I got to mainland playing with Melo them, like I know how bad they wanted to win
Mm-hmm.
and how serious they took it. So I was like, bro, if I can help, like I'm gonna go out there and try and help them as much as I can, take some of the load. Cause bro, him and man and like it was among other people, but like if I can go out there, take the load off of them and be a factor, then why not try to help them? You feel me? So
A question from a fan, Huff dot worldwide. Ask him, can he beat me in 1-on-1?
easily.
Oh.
For some reason, Huff feel like he the one-on-one king around here, and I've been calling Huff out since every time I see Huff in the gym, I call him out. I'ma say, yep. Every time I see the man, I call him out.
Hold on. Did you say easily?
Easily.
Oh my gosh.
Huff know what it is, man. Huff know what it is. We ain't gotta do too much talking about that.
Okay.
Ask them how many games they won today.
Oh my lord. Okay, well,
And,
we'll
and we'll see.
we'll
We'll
wait-
see how
we'll
we'll
wait
see
for
where that
that
conversation
response.
go. But nah,
Oh,
it's
man.
crazy though. I was talking with Tim Burt today. Tim Burt say Huff can't beat him in 1-on-1. I don't know, you feel me, the ins and outs of that, but I'm just a messenger.
You talking
So
about
wait,
Tim?
you said Tim?
Tim with that always wear the little Nike hat. You know who I'm talking about.
You the coach at OBMS?
Yeah.
Tim with the Nike hat said Huff cannot beat him.
Huff can't beat him. He said he beat Huff 4 straight times today.
Beat him
word for
4
word.
straight times today.
No, not today.
Oh.
He said he beat him 4 straight times in 1-on-1.
Wow.
So I don't know, the jury,
man.
the backstory to that. I know Huff got a good 1-on-1
Tim
game.
gonna shoot. Tim got a little shot on him. He just gonna shoot.
Tim be cheating though too. Huff be cheating for real. Huff be cheating.
He be fouling.
He be
I know.
It's Huff pride.
bro. Huff be
That's Huff pride. Huff just can't let you beat
cheating.
him.
Huff be cheating, bro.
You probably be playing and Huff beat.
Nah, he don't be
Dead
like that. He
serious.
play good defense. It's just like, you know how we be at the power center. You got to argue for a foul call. Somebody don't call something, they be like, oh, he ain't call it, but it happened to them. Now all of a sudden they want the ball.
So okay, so look, I'm gonna tell you this. You probably got it now, but let's compare. Look, Huff was like that at Campbell.
I ain't see Huff at Campbell though. I only seen. You gotta think about it. I only went to see my brother Stacy.
It was me first.
Antoine. I seen y'all though. You was there with them high socks on. You was there. Them high behind Campbell socks all the way to the kneecap. You used to wear it to,
Oh my
you used to
gosh.
wear it to the kneecap, bro. You know, you remember them Campbell socks, bro, with them Adidas on.
Big old Adidas.
Bro, my
Hey, they
boy
talking about
socks,
us, y'all.
bro.
Hey, they talking about us.
I
Hey,
can't.
nah, y'all, you sleep.
But your
Bet-
socks used to be about
No.
right here.
Okay.
Tell me I'm lying.
Okay, my socks was like that, but Bet had 2 knee pads in middle school.
Yo, them
I
hex
cannot
pads, I
wait to
remember.
insert the photos into this.
Bet had
They
Bet
had the knee
2
pads.
Bet had 2 knee pads,
My
bro.
brother jersey by big as hell, hanging off like this. His socks high too.
Yes.
You got Nico. Boy, that boy had a 3X jersey. You got who else was on y'all team? What's his name? Antoine with the he had the hot top fade with his
Jimmy was on our team.
Boy,
Well, we had that squad. Stop playing with us.
y'all boys ain't had no drip. No drip. Howard had them boys looking like straight robots.
So,
Y'all was hooping though.
yeah,
Y'all
come
hooping.
on, man. We was like that.
Y'all was hooping.
We was like that.
Y'all ain't beat our record, but
How we ain't beat y'all record? We went undefeated.
one time. Y'all got 2 rings on it?
Nah, I got 1.
Oh yeah. Y'all was your 8th grade year?
Yep.
Y'all was alright that year. Y'all 7th grade year, y'all was stacked though. Y'all was cheating.
7th grade.
7th grade, y'all was cheating. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't think I played 7th grade year. I think I was in the band.
Whoever that was, 7th
Shouts out
grade
to
year,
the
y'all
band.
was stacked.
Chucky was the drum major.
Oh
Man, Chucky just proposed to his lady.
Oh, I saw that. Congratulations,
Yeah, congratulations,
Chucky. It's a
my brother. I
fiance.
seen that. Him and Miss Matthews.
Who?
Chucky used to play at the games. You remember that? And then Miss Matthews used to be on commentating at the corner. They sent me.
She used to be on the DJ booth. Now she the principal. She used to be showing her whole ass at the game. Now
Yo,
you the
Miss
principal.
Gotta show your
Matthews used to
school
be
spirit.
cussing on the boy. Look,
And she used to always, "That them boys cool.
let them boys
Them
come.
boys cool." And she played that all the way turned up. She used to be in that turned up mode in the studio.
Man, look.
They beat.
Them was the days though, bro.
Ah.
Can't wait just the days, bro.
They just won a championship again this year.
For real.
Yeah,
I think all that band is still up there.
it is.
For real. I got to go back and look. But I was ugly.
They had Jit Mello.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Mello be hooping, man.
Even then, our games used to be sold, bruh. Our games used to be packed
what at Campbell?
at Campbell.
John.
It was straight standing room.
They had to move our shit. They had to move our shit to the Ocean Center.
Trey.
We was like that,
I don't know.
bro.
We just
You gotta
lied
think
like
about
that.
it, bro. We was like the Showtime of middle school basketball right there and there. That's how we felt.
The crickets is crazy.
Nico was dunking, and that was the first time a nigga could dunk in middle school.
Nico was
No,
dunking.
it
And
wasn't.
that other dude was dunking too.
And Raekwon was dunking.
No, the light skinned dude.
Who?
Oh, he didn't go to y'all school. He went to Silver Sands.
Keyshawn.
Yeah, he was dunking
Oh,
also.
yeah.
I went to that game
Come
first
on.
when y'all was.
It would keep. Oh, he used to wear them Dwight Howards.
This man remember
Bro,
everybody.
Dwight Howards with no socks on. You remember he used to wear the low top socks, bro?
Oh my goodness.
Boy, y'all ever had no drip? Boy, oh my God. Y'all was dressing like the Pistons, Joe Dumars.
Man. Oh, do you
Campbell
have a-
did.
do you
Campbell
have a
just
packet?
had just got basketball. Had just got basketball my 8th grade year.
Nah. Do we have a drip package?
Who?
I mean, you.
What's your drip package?
Yeah.
What you drip crazy? Especially this year with that private. Alright.
Yeah.
You gonna see. You gonna see him.
Well,
All I see
We'll
is
insert
the
the
under,
clip.
all I see is the socks, the low socks, and the undershirt.
What can you do with Under Armour though? Let's be for real. Under Armour ain't even got enough gear for that. The most you,
You
can wear
can't order
is
no headband.
most you can wear is a sleeve, bro. Like,
So what is looking like this year?
I'm Nike. I'm wearing
You going-
the brightest Kobe's I can find. Are you crazy? Kobe 6.
Oh, so that's gonna be your
Kobe 6s, leg sleeve, orange sleeve. Boy, all right. And I'm gonna be tatted. All right.
You gonna be tatted? Who doing your tats?
Man in Louisiana. Come on now. Come on now.
Talking about our drip. Our drip used to snap.
Bro, no, it didn't.
The hot socks was in. That was it.
No, it wasn't. Your socks was to your kneecap though, bro. Like I don't know nobody.
That was
who
the
used to look
swag.
like
That was the
was not no
swag.
And y'all jerseys was like squared off. They ain't even fit for real.
You ain't think we ordered it like that?
Y'all
We ordered
shorts
that
was
like that.
big. Your shorts was about.
We
Damn, no, your socks and your shorts was touching.
we ordered that like that, man.
Come on, we got to be better. I know. I don't even know why Coach
All right,
Coach
now
Howard
watch.
himself ain't got no drip.
Now watch the big clothes in style now. So you finna be wearing big clothes.
Who?
You?
But my jersey about tight as hell. I ain't
I'm not saying a jersey, but your clothes. Cause that's the
You
style.
talking about like off court?
You never know that big jersey might come back in style.
We got one last question from the fans. Does Jordan have a girlfriend? Does he only date white girls like all the other black athletes?
Wow, that's crazy. Yes, I
That
got
sounds like a Huff question.
That sounds like a whole question. That was her, wasn't it?
It said anonymous. It was from. It's from anonymous.
That sounds like her, bro. I don't even like white girls though, so that's crazy. But yeah, I got a girl. I got a girlfriend.
Okay.
But no, I don't like white girls. So
So we won't see you at draft day with a white girl.
nah, you gonna see me at a draft day with the same girl I'm with now.
Oh, okay.
Tight.
Oh, shouts out to her.
Shouts out to her.
Okay, and just a quick shout out to our sponsors. Shouts out to Easy Selling Tax Services. Shouts out to JMG Academy. Shouts out to EBE Event Center, Elaine's Bless Event Center LLC. And shouts out to Lou Cruz. All right, so we're going to wrap it up. We thank you so much, Jordan Sears, for coming through. We really appreciate you taking time to do this interview and podcast, and we wish you the best of luck at LSU.
I appreciate y'all for having me.
Mm-hmm.